Hey guys, this is Angel. So I wanted to jump in here real quick and share with you some of the things that I had wanted to come on last night and talk about, and had to kind of push to today. There was several variables in place last night that was just not going to make going live a very productive or fun experience. My allergies kicked in, and then my daughter had a sleepover, and just a lot of different things. So I decided it would be best if I put it off and allowed myself to host this today and to be able to catch up with each of you and let you know some of the things that you can expect to see as we have finished our 21 Thanksgiving challenge together. And now we are kind of entering this week where we're anticipating Thanksgiving, the actual holiday, and spending time with family and friends. So and you might be wondering, like, what's next after that, what to expect. So I wanted to be able to host this live and let you know things that are coming up that the team is planned for you and in the course of planning for you this week. And then also just to give you some keys on how to stay on track and not completely lose the results that you have been able to achieve over the last, 21, 30, 60, 90 days, some of you that have been with us for the last several months in this group, because we want to make sure to give you all the tools and resources you need that, have helped us stay on track even through these are some of the toughest holidays. So, just not to completely get derailed. So I want to encourage you and let you know that it can be done, and that we're going to be very real and give you real tips and solutions to help you out. So the first thing that I wanted to be able to go over is to give you those tips, a few tips that I can share with you from personal experience and how I kind of approach Thanksgiving Day and that holiday, and hopefully it helps you guys. So let me be real with you for just a minute, okay? We recently uploaded all these healthy recipes for you so that you are well prepared come Thanksgiving with healthier alternatives to some of the traditional sides and desserts that we would normally bring with us. I mean, turkey itself is pretty healthy. So it's usually the sides that that kind of do us in, right? That tempt us a little bit more. I mean, there's this wide array of foods that we wouldn't normally eat on a day-to-day basis. But somehow, usually around Thanksgiving, we not only enjoy it in the one day, but then it winds up becoming like days and days and days and days. And that's when the 10 pounds that, you just lost, you gain half of them back in one weekend or one day, right? And while how some people can gain 8 to 10 pounds literally in a week, and then they have to fight and work to get it back off. And you guys know it's so much easier to put it on than it is to work it off. And you guys have put in some hard work. So, but to be real with you for a minute, while we have all of those healthier options, the reality is most of us are going to another family member's house for Thanksgiving, right? Someone else is going to be bringing all these sides in. Sometimes it's a potluck style. Sometimes, mom and grandma and all the matriarchs of the family have been the ones slaving away in the kitchens, and they bring the same sides every year, and we look forward to them. And so, I know I have an aunt that makes these bacon wrapped green beans, and they are one of the healthier options that are served. But, then there's stuff like this. There's the stuffings and the, I can't even think of all of them right now. All the casseroles, the mac and cheese and all that. So, how do we still enjoy all these things, but not completely lose focus or get completely derailed to where we wake up the next day and get discouraged or mad at ourselves. So the very first, and I'm back. Okay. So the very first thing that I would tell you, that I would suggest, is to, number one, go ahead and enjoy your pie. Enjoy your stuffing. Enjoy, whatever your favorites are. Pick 2 or 3 that, you really look forward to every single year, and Thanksgiving would not be the same without it, and enjoy them completely guilt-free. But, stick to, if you can, stick to a portion size if it makes you feel better. Or just allow yourself the indulgence on those 2 or 3 items, but then everything else that isn't as important, make the extra salad, extra room for your salad on your plate or whatever. If you watch the video that we provided for you from Autumn's Thanksgiving Survival Guide, then there's a lot of great tips in there for how you can look at the traditional Thanksgiving dinner and still enjoy it. There's some great tips in there. But I'm going to have my pumpkin pie. I look forward to pumpkin pie every year. I look forward to pecan pie every year. So sometimes I will have the pecan pie as dessert, and then the next morning, the pumpkin pie is my breakfast. So a little bit of my Thanksgiving bleeds over into the next day. But here's the difference. When I wake up, when I wake up that morning, I have it made up in my mind that I'm going to stick to my plan, stick to my guns. So my plan is to indulge a little bit on Thanksgiving, indulge a little bit for breakfast the next morning, but before and after, I'm completely on plan and on track, okay? So otherwise, my results go out, they go out the window if I start tagging on, okay, Wednesday prior, all day Thursday, all day Friday, and then it goes into Saturday and Sunday and so on, right? I will, any and all progress that I've made over the last, 21, 30 days, I will be starting over, and I don't want that. I'll feel awful. Usually, Donna will tell you this, that if I go too far outside of, into foods that, some foods my body just can't tolerate as well as it used to anymore. It's not used to it. It's used to the healthier foods. So if I have an overabundance of unhealthy fats and fried foods and, too much richness with an overindulgence in sweets and stuff, my stomach will give way and I will feel awful. Or I will feel completely guilty once all the dust is settled and all the friends and family are on their way home. And I'm the one stuck feeling miserable about the decisions that I made. So I don't want to be mad at myself. And so I look forward to picking my 2 or 3 things, right? So I'm going to choose my pie. And I usually do like having the, I'm guilty of the jellied cranberry. I know that's awful. So I might be trying a little bit of a healthy option this year. I don't know. Because, I've grown and expanded my awareness of things. But, and then I've never been a huge stuffing fan, but I do love dirty rice. It's kind of a Cajun thing. So I may very well decide that those are some of my splurges. Or like candied yams. I love like sweet potato casserole and stuff like that. So that might be my 3rd pick, okay? But it's up to you. Pick your 2 or 3 things, stick to your guns, and then stick to your plan before and after. So what do I mean by that? Here's your point number 2, which would be do your workouts, okay? That's part of your plan. Just because it's the holiday doesn't mean that you have to skip your workout. Think of getting your workout in before you hit the feast, because afterwards, you're not going to feel like it. You're going to have a heavier carb kind of dinner, and it's really going to make you feel like working out. So go ahead, and when you get up that morning, give it your all. Make sure that the days leading up to, and just plan it, have it in your mind that you're going to work out on Thanksgiving morning and the next day and into the weekend. Obviously have your rest day, but what I mean is don't break away from your workout schedule. Your calendar is still there. If you're following one of the Beachbody programs to get the best results that you can from that, and then enter your results so that you win your free t-shirt and then possibly a cash prize, then that may be your motivation to stay as focused as you can. And you don't want to skip your workout and then have to double up the next day and all that, but maybe you do. I don't know. But this is how I like to do it. I like to go ahead and get my workout in first thing in the morning and have my healthy breakfast, have my Shakeology, grab my water bottle, fill it full of water, keep up my water intake throughout the day. And, and then I can enjoy my Thanksgiving dinner and my indulgences and my favorite things. And then that evening, I will choose a healthy option like a salad, because usually, we don't get enough greens in, and that's kind of on my mind. I'll have the salad or another shake or something healthy, and then I'll have the next day, after I have my coffee and pumpkin pie, then I will get right back on track. I will be following my containers, following my eating plan, and continue, get my workout on just like I did before. Now, here's something that you can do out of the ordinary. You can, if you're concerned about the consumption of the extra calories, you can go ahead and add on like a 15-minute turbo hitch workout from the Beachbody On Demand. Many of you already have On Demand, so it's one of the programs that are available to you in the members library, so it's free to you. You don't have to purchase that. And if you open it up and look at all the workouts that are available, there's 15-minute hits, 25-minute hits. Another great option would be, if you have a little bit more energy in you, Max 30 was just added to the library. That would be an awesome, consider like one of the Tabata workouts. Stick it, put it in there, and burn a little extra calories than what you normally would, but give it your all. And so you can walk away feeling good, like, I know I put my work in today and my body is better for it. I find that whenever I eat healthy and I get my workouts in and I have my shake before going in, I am in better control of my appetite and my cravings. And I'm able to focus less so much on, oh my goodness, I get to eat all this food now, and more on just enjoying everyone's company and the family experience and all of that. And I do get to enjoy the food whenever I have it, without feeling ravenous and like, I'm going to eat everything and go overboard because, I'm scared of depriving myself or whatever. So I do. Okay, so that's at least, so enjoy your pie and stuffing, and your 2 or 3 things was the first point. The second point was do your workouts. Number 3 was stick to your plan the rest of the day with your water bottle and your workout and your Shakeology, your healthy breakfast, all of that. And so tip number 4 would be getting, kind of merged all those together, didn't I? Tip number 4 would be getting right back on track the very next day. And so one of the tips that I really liked from the survival guide that we shared with you guys was, thinking, okay, if I know that I'm going to probably have more carbs or, yellows, which is, your grains and your mashed potatoes and, pastas, things like that. So think your stuffings, your casseroles, your pies, all those things. If going in, that you're going to have more of those things than what you normally would, and in your mind, you're thinking, I need to offset those. Okay. Now, me personally, I don't know. Sometimes it depends on, I'm not saying this is a hard and fast rule for everybody. I'm not. You can decide that you're going to have your one day to splurge, and then you just get right back on track, and that's fine. And don't worry about, making it balance out. But one of the things that Autumn shared could be an approach for you if you want to be able to balance that out is to consider maybe subtracting some of what your yellow or carb containers the day before, or maybe subtracting one or two from the day after, and just increase your focus on your reds and your greens, your proteins and your vegetables, and still get your healthy fats in there, but just that way it sort of kind of helps balance it out, so that calorically speaking, it'd be just kind of like carb cycling, right? I guess in a way, because it'd be the same thing as eating, so let's say on Thanksgiving Day, you consumed 1,800 calories, and you normally would only eat probably about 1,200. Well, the next day, if you skip your yellows, you'll most likely kind of dip down below, but then it kind of evens it out if you consider them together as a whole. Does that make sense? So that's one way, but the bottom line number 4 tip would be just to get right back on track the next day. Don't let it spill over into your weekend, and because it makes it now you will erase your results, and but 2, it'll be harder to get back on track. It really messes with your mind, I think. When you overindulge for 4 or 5 days, in a row, it gets harder and harder to get right back on track, right? So enjoy your Thanksgiving Day. Enjoy your, cinnamon dolce latte, I don't know, or your praline Starbucks while you're shopping or whatever. But, everything else, stay the course. Get your workouts in. Pay attention to your containers as much as you can, or your portions, right? All right. Number 5 would be to partner with your partner. So give your spouse or give a friend or another family member who will be with you permission to kind of remind you of your goals, of where you want the line drawn. When you're going outside the bounds of your plan that you set for yourself, right? So if I said, going into Thanksgiving, I plan on having a piece of pecan pie as part of my Thanksgiving dinner, so I look to my spouse and I say, Donald, will you help me put the extra cookies down when you see that, I start to kind of, maybe I have one, but then I have 4 or 5. So, someone that's going to help call me out a little bit, and me be okay with that, knowing that they're doing it out of love because I asked them to partner with me in that, so that I can wake up the next day with peace of mind and not kicking myself, right? And, ultimately at the end of the day, no matter how much I enjoy all those foods, I still want results. I still want to stay on track to the results that I have been working for, right? Whether I'm maintaining or trying to lose pounds, or trying to tone, or trying to lose more body fat, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Whatever your goals are, partner with a partner and give them permission to kind of help you pull the reins when necessary, okay? So those are my tips for how to stay on track for Thanksgiving, and I hope that it helps you guys. I'm going to be, after this video, I'm now bound to partner with my partner and get him to help me stay on track as well. So I wanted to be able to also let you know about what's next. Many of you could be wondering where we're going after this, because, this week we transition into Thanksgiving, and then it's really, it's like Christmas time is right there. I know people who are already putting their Christmas trees up, and I'm so excited because our team has been working on the 25 days to Fitmas challenge. So it's a play on words, right? 25 days to Fitmas. And it's kind of like that same approach to what I said earlier about Thanksgiving. Yes, there's a holiday in there, but it doesn't mean that we can't be focused on making it our healthiest year yet and maintaining or continuing to work on the goals that we have set for ourselves, and still be able to enjoy our holidays, still be able to indulge in the delicacies and all the things that we love about the holidays. But so I don't know if you saw the post that I recently shared. I invite you to go and see it. It's on my personal profile as well as my perfect public page. So you may have seen in there the statistics that I shared about how studies show that the person who engages in their goals in December versus waiting to January, they're 75% more likely to get their results, to achieve what it is that they set for, and to get better results, right? So we want to help you either stay engaged or begin on your healthy habits now. That's why we started this challenge like before, so that you could establish some healthy habits with, getting to know your eating plan, learning how portion control works, seeing healthy recipe options. That's why we shared all those recipes with you ahead of time as part of the Thanksgiving survival guide, so that you were well armed to make healthier decisions moving through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. So we want to keep this group alive, keep it going, and continue to shower you with those great resources that help bring, hopefully empower you and help bring great success into your home, because we've seen it work with our families. So look forward to that. But here's what's so great about this. We're changing it up a little bit, and we're encouraging you, holidays is kind of a great time for this to play around with Beachbody On Demand. And especially now that 2 programs have been added to it. And we recently shared the special little live library that you're able to access that not a lot of people are aware of. So you're able to kind of try out all these different kinds of workouts that are outside of the maybe your normal wheelhouse, right? So if you've been following a program in here, you're welcome to stick with that and continue to follow your calendar. If it ends in the middle of December and you want to jump into the on-demand Advent calendar challenge with us, then you're welcome to do that. But if you are kind of closing out your program this week or the next and you want to start with us fresh, then I encourage you to do that. If you want to add it, you're welcome to do that too. Just be smart. Listen to your body. So here's what the deal is. We're going to utilize Beachbody On Demand. And so every night for the 25 days of Fitmas, we're going to opening a special little gift, a little Christmas gift each night of the week. We will open and reveal what our workout will be for the next day. And they'll all be like 35 minutes or so less. You'll get an array of different programs and different trainers. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So more details about that later. We also are sharing the 25. There's more than 25. We're going to be sharing Shakeology recipes, holiday recipes. So it's like Christmas in a cup, right? So gingerbread, eggnog, figgy pudding, fun names like that. So I hope that gets your imagination going, but we're going to try to make this as fun as possible so we can still get fit and feel good about ourselves instead of ending the year how we probably traditionally would have. I know in previous years I've ended by the time I got through Thanksgiving and Christmas and rolled over into New Year's, I was 10-15 pounds heavier ending in the year if I just completely disregarded and just went and overindulged on everything. So this year I feel much more better equipped, and last year was a lot more enjoyable experience because I was armed and I had a plan and I stuck to it. But then I also had this great community of people to plug into every day. So, you know, other people that got me, right? That I could come in and say, I enjoyed all kinds of yummy food, but I also got my workout in, and I also stuck to, I got my shake in, and I only had one piece of pie, not three, because I was totally that girl prior to. But I have just decided that I've reached this place that, after 5 dress sizes, I don't want to go back. I want to continue to progress and move forward and continue to feel good in my skin. And so anyway, lots of fun things, much more than what I'm revealing to you. I want you to know that is coming. So that will start really December 1st, okay? But we're going to also be starting with a 3-day refresh. So if you do kind of find yourself struggling through Thanksgiving with, traditionally speaking, you think it's going to be pretty tough, or you do plan on partying like almost every single day with the extra of everything, with, family outings and things like that, then I invite you to refresh with us. Several of us will be doing a 3-day refresh starting November 28th. Now, it is on sale right now, and if you want to do the 3-day refresh with us at the same time, like today really needs to be your day to order it, right? You need to get that order in today so that it will arrive in time for you to begin with us. But even so, even if it arrived on Monday and you didn't start it until, even if it arrived on the 28th, but then you didn't actually start it until the beginning of December, still it will help you get those eating habits back on track and undo some of the damage, because it literally kind of helps you reset your gut, health-wise speaking, okay? And so for me, it helps bring some of my the body cravings in check. I know that it's helping me on purpose feed my body correctly once again, and feed it good foods that it needs, and it immediately starts feeling the results of that. And I lose several pounds in 3 days, and then I also lose inches in those 3 days, and I just feel better, feel more energetic. It is a little hard if you are an avid coffee drinker and you find that you sometimes probably get headaches from that caffeine missing in your life. So there's lots of different tools and things that we can arm you with, like you can still have your herbal teas, and you can still have coffee, but it needs to be black, but your focus is not on what you can eat. Your focus is on what you do eat, which is lots of fruits and vegetables, and still getting your protein with Shakeology and vanilla, fresh, and it's all plant-based, so it completely resets your gut and you're feeling good. So enough of all that, but if you want to be able to do that with us for those 3 days, you want to plan now. Maybe you already have one on hand, and that's great. If not, like I said, I think they're about $10 off right now, so you can reach out to your coach and grab one of those, snag one of those, get it on the way today so that it arrives through sometime this week and you're ready to start with us. So anyway, I hope that all of these tips have helped you, and it gives you some things to look forward to. As I've shared with you the Advent Calendar Challenge. I share with you the tips to survive through Thanksgiving. I shared, I hope that you go back and revisit the survival guide, the recipes that we shared with you, as well as the Autumn Calabrese tips that we shared with you. And also, that's all the holiday themed Shakeology recipes that we'll have. Look for all those things to start rolling out this week as we approach Monday, and then 3-day refresh if you want to join us, okay? All right, guys, so I hope that I answered a whole lot of questions for you ahead of time through this video. It's a little longer than what I planned on, but if you have any remaining questions, please feel free to reach out to me or your coach, and we will help you out, okay? All right, so this is let's look forward to this week. Continue to check in, continue to share your gratitudes, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.